Hey guys. Well, from the sounds of it, I think everybody enjoyed the Warbirds and Classics over Michigan 2019 edition. A lot of good comments, already a ton of views, so I appreciate it, every one of you. That's the reason I put these videos up, is for other people to enjoy. As many of you know by now, just from me saying so and the glorious absence of me flying in most of my videos, I don't fly much anymore, and the interest in flying is trickling away pretty quickly, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I still have interest in working on planes, having planes, and going to all my normal flying events and seeing my friends. But what do we got here? Obviously, you read the title, so it's a SIG spacewalker, 1/3 scale. I actually have two of these. I started building one a few years ago and got it partially framed up, and it got put on the back burner, as most of my projects end up eventually. And I decided to do other things. And last year, right around this time of the year, I found this one, and it was pretty much ready to fly, minus the engine. The covering needed some work. You can see I've already trying to shrink the covering that was here. I had some problems, and up here I had to peel some of it off anyway, since a few of these longerons are broken. And I'm not sure what this thing is covered with. My monocoat, you can see where I had to make, I made a whoopsie myself. Mind my little air bubbles in there. As you can see, my monocoat Cub Yellow blends pretty close. I'm not happy about having to put this strip on there, but that was my bad. I cut too low, and, well, shit happens. But whatever covering is on here, it's either Black Baron or solar film or something. I don't know. It's not Ultracoat, and it's definitely not monocoat. And it does not act very well. It's not very friendly stuff. But anywho, I've always liked the Spacewalker. The 1/3 scale SIG Spacewalker is just an awesome airplane. And, I mean, just check out the wing on this beast. I mean, it's a big airplane. It's the same wingspan as a 1/4 scale J3 Cub, but there's quite a bit more wing area. And overall, it is a bigger airplane. So, and when I got this airplane, the only real damage to it was, let me get nice and close to this wing here. You can see where it was repaired, not extremely well. I guess the guy that had it before me smacked into a post or something and did some damage to the wing panel here. And that repair doesn't look too bad. I think I'm just going to leave it. But this wing here is absolutely perfect. So I think overall I'm just going to leave that as is. Because the reason I got this one is I kind of lost interest in finishing my other one, and when I came across this one for a price that absolutely could not be refused, I'm talking cheap, I decided to go for it. And it's got it's got a bag of goodies, got a different set of landing gear, McCall wheel pants, so I figured this would be an easy way just to get one and get it in the air. I gotta do some fix-ups here. Some of the stripes started to come off, and looks like something spilled on it, but looks like somebody spilled paint or something on it. Must have sat in a garage, but I can scrape most of that off. So overall, when I'm done with the airplane, it'll look good. See, this is what tells me it's not monocoat. You see how the clear comes off of the actual color? Monocoat doesn't do that. It's not made that way. Your cheaper Chinese coverings are made this way. But monocoat and ultracoat typically won't do this. So this could be solar film. I don't think it's Econocoat. Then again, it could be. I don't know. But I got my colors that'll blend to it pretty well. So yeah. Just kind of a random video. I got a Squadron of Vengeance. I can choose what I want to put in there. It's probably going to be a DLE 55 because it's a pretty heavy airplane. It's not. It's by no means is it light. But yeah, as far as most of the covering that's on there, I can make it look good. And the only bitch of it's going to be this color scheme is not that simple. Hold this up here. So you can see it's got this kind of a scallop pattern here, and it's not the easiest thing to do, to be honest with you. So once I get this covered in yellow, I'll make some templates and make it look nice. Because before these weren't the same on both sides, so now that I can do it myself, I'll make sure they're the same. And the goal was, when I eventually finish the one that I started building, it would look identical to this, but it would be fabric covered and painted in this color scheme. That's my overall objective. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So you can see some of the red peeled off the bottom there. Whoever built this and covered it originally did the entire airplane in yellow. Even the large surface areas are yellow and then covered over in red. So for those of you that know, putting covering over covering is tricky enough because you get a lot of air bubbles, like you see what I did down here that I have to get rid of. No big deal, I can get rid of those, no problem. But over a large area, man, it's hard to get it to lay down smooth, and they actually did a pretty good job of it. I just need to put another piece down here. But it's got servos in it, nothing very impressive. What the hell are they? High-tech 605 ball bearings, so they're decent servos. And this is pretty impressive. Here, check this out. Look at the rudder set up on this bad boy. Got two of them ganged up on the rudder. I mean, that's badass right there. A little overkill. Actually, a lot overkill for this airplane, but I'm pretty excited. It's always been one of my favorite type designs. It has the flying characteristics of a Piper Cub, but yet it's just a different flavor. You know, they're aerobatic as heck. You know, it's not going to do anything too spectacular very well, but it does the kind of aerobatics that I like. Big, lazy aerobatics. These things snap roll so well. It's crazy. And putting a 55 in the front of it, it's going to have plenty of power. So I may fly it this summer. I may not. Hell, I may never fly it. I don't know. But I'll keep you posted as I do some work on it. I need to try to find some yellow covering because my selection is pretty sparse. And as usual, because of Horizon, yeah, I don't care for Horizon very much. Monocoat is becoming scarce. And if monocoat disappears, I am out of the hobby permanently. If I can't use monocoat, then I'm done. I don't have much against Ultracoat, but I prefer monocoat. I'm not going the Ultracoat route. You know, for a lot of guys that have these ARFs out at the flying field, 90% of them are covered with Ultracoat / Aura cover. And you notice how they're all bubbly, peely, and wrinkly all the time? That's because of the material. Monocoat done right will wrinkle up on occasion, but not too bad. But it's what I prefer, it's what I've been using for years, and that's what I want to continue to use. So, when or if I do some more work on this thing, I'll bring you back. Later, guys.